about 6-7 years ago, when I saw Lian, he came for a workshop. And that was the last time I saw him. So we're very fortunate that, he can come back and see us. He lives in Las Vegas, so we might have him come and do an in-person workshop at some point again. But just a little bit of background. This was amazing to me when I first met Lian. Am I saying right, Lian?
Yeah, you did very good.
When I first met him, I thought, wow, he has such a background and such a story. But he ultimately ended up being an artist because he started sketching and painting in childhood, and he continued his hobby while practicing medicine as a family physician in Canton Province, China. After immigrating to the U.S. in 1985, he obtained a Bachelor of Arts degree from the University of California at Berkeley in 1992 and a Master of Architecture degree from MIT in 1996.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay.
This country is full of the opportunity.
All about opportunities. So, I mean, just he's a heavy hitting background. It's like, wow. But the part I love the most is that he's an artist right now. Aside, and was this your dream?
No, that makes more money because
The artist?
yeah, make more money than architect. But anyway, this
Then we are doing something wrong. Okay, anyways, I just wanted to share that, and as you see, his work in the back table, and you might have gone online to see his work, he's absolutely fabulous, and so, without any further ado, we are gonna see magic being made up here.
Okay.
And, it's all yours, and if you need anything, I'm sitting right up front.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, thank you. Free colors. And then sometimes pass a little mask. So can you see the yellow things you can hear? See here? Yes.
I'm sorry, I have a question. What color blue, what color red?
Generally, if you take my class, usually I give you 2 or 3 choices of different blues, different red, and different yellow. Today I'm using N12 blue. N12 is a city, right, in Europe, right? I use that most of the time. How come I use that? Because it's not stained like phthalo blue. It's not very light like a French ultramarine blue. I can use that to make black. Okay. For the red, I either use Pyro red or Nephthol red. Today I brought the Nephthol Pyro red. Yellow, Pensa yellow, and then so kind of medium kind of shape is not very dark, not very light. All right. Yeah, Pensa. No. Well, for the watercolor, it's kind of interesting. If you use a lot of them, it's okay. For instance, sometimes I want to have a little highlighting with yellow on some spot. I just get a block from here and put it on the painting. That's okay, but generally it's not opaque. It's transparency. Yes.
What was the name of the yellow?
It's Kansa. People invite me to teach. Anyway, so let's start. Those 2 pictures. Sometimes when I paint a painting, I kind of combine pictures together. I took from a trip on Zion Park. I just, in fact, had to see them in Zion Park. Okay, so I was going to get this guy to put it here, but I think you have a limit of time, so you want to see once you see how to do one, and then you kind of guess how I do a second one. So in order to save time, I did not put this guy here. So anyway, so let's start with spraying water. Spray water on a sheet, on a Bighorn. Okay, lightly spray water. Right. So if the painting is big like the lions, I would just pour the color down. But this is a small painting. Pour it down, maybe more difficult to control. So I kind of dropping color down like that. So usually you paint one by one, right? You are little by little, but this is give me the general coloring, almost like a wash. Okay, when you do Chinese watercolor, many times you do kind of doing washing, right? Right. So he has a little bit more green area. So I put a little bit more yellow on there. Okay, little yellow. Now spray a little bit more water there. I do not spray water there. So all right. So now I'm going to put a little red on here. So my painting, in general,
We have to deal with it because.
anyway, so when the color mix together, watercolor is very unique. They have a free spirit, you know. What I mean is that they can paint themselves. You don't have to force them. You know, you don't have to force them that much. Okay? The more you force them to do things, the worse they are. I learned this from my teenager son, you know. So actually, he's a good boy. He's a UNLV now. Trying to study to be a doctor, like what I did before. All right. Anyway, so the colors start mixing with each other. All right. Of course, there's no much red on the Bighorn. Okay. This is the ideal colors, but sometimes I end up with more colorful. In general, I'm fine with it. So remember, watercolor they are teenagers. Do not push them too much. The more you push them, the worse effect you get. Okay. All right. So you can use a hand, finger, or you can use a brush. If you've done a nice manicure, you may want to do that. Okay. So you can use. Oops, sorry, somebody called me. Come on. Oh, it's my son. Hey, Arnold, I'm in the demo. What's up? Tomorrow? Yeah. We'll talk to you later, okay? Yeah, I'm in the demo. I'm doing demo now. Okay. All right. You better not to talk to anybody, otherwise I'll call you. All right. So now the color, why do I use that? Is because they do need a little bit more mixing. Okay. But I don't go like this. Just guide them, let them mix a little bit more. Okay, a little bit more.
So Lian, you usually work flat.
Yeah, head to be flat.
So you don't want to.
Yeah, otherwise you can't all drop it down.
Yeah.
So for this method, you have to do it flat. Okay. So sometimes you can borrow color from here. Let's say I want to make a little bit darker here. Just get the color from there. All right. So many people are kind of scary at this point. They're afraid to screw up. Don't worry about it. Your picture, you're painting a picture. You're painting a picture. You are the boss, not the picture. Okay. So whatever ends up, whatever you have, you're happy with it. That's what Buddhism taught me too. Okay. So you are happy what you have, you deserve it, either good or bad. Okay. So anyway, so I like this kind of effect here. That's what I want to leave a little lighter color there. And actually, it's going to be a tree. So I'm going to paint the tree later. But this is the foundation. This kind of overall coloring. Okay. So see, the Bighorn is more orangey, red, kind of color. Okay. The trees are more green kind of color. So now let's mix the color. Sometimes the color get into each other. I don't mind about that. So this is not for blushing to make it even. Just blend the color together. Okay, blend the color together. So let's spray a little bit more water. Okay. So in case they say, I don't like too much red on the dead spot, take it out. It's easy. So don't worry, be happy. So painting watercolor, you should be have a free mind. Okay. Nobody cares painting look like a picture or not, except while you're doing somebody's portrait or commission. And it's one thing I do not like doing a portrait or will not do commission paintings because it's not free. Okay. All right. Now this area between the horns, just use my finger to do that. All right. So I want the color go down. So spray water like that. Is it still small? Oh, big. Nice. So spray. Okay. Nice. Okay. Since we are living in a red rock country, let's I'm going to add some red rocks down here. How about that? Okay. So let's get a color. Where's my red? Oh, I see. Thank you. All right. So there's some red color. So have fun. Red color. Okay. So all right. Red rock is not always red. Okay, there's some kind of orangey, color too. Okay. All right. Okay. Now on the ground we do have some glasses. Okay. All right. So sometimes I blow the color to get some kind of glass effect, on the ocean. Inside underwater painting, I do this to get the corals. Okay, yeah. So, okay. Now I'm gonna use my finger, blend the color together like that, and mix them a little bit more. Now I'm going to put a little bit more green between the feet. Okay. All right, so I'll get this color. So what's the shape of the rocks? I don't care, I don't know yet. We do that later.
Did you draw the rocks yet?
Huh?
Did you draw any rocks or leave it blank?
No, I draw the rock. I drew some rocks, but it may not end up like that. But ideally, I don't have a rock.
So you had a
sketch kind of idea where it's going to be.
Okay.
All right. So now, before it dries, I need a horn here to be a little bit lighter. So this is no magic, just a dry towel. Okay. The head, the nose area a little bit lighter. So if you push down before the color dries, you can get lighter colors. Okay. All right. So the butt here is kind of light already. Okay, so it's okay like that. All right. So the color keep going into the horn because this area a lot of color liquid. So I need to do a little bit more, one more time, maybe a couple more times. Okay. All right. So right now it does not look like anything. Okay, it's okay. This is the foundation. When you paint watercolor, some of you probably do the washing. And this about washing. Okay, these kind of shrubs. Use my finger.
Yeah.
Okay, to blend that.
Lian, is that artist paper?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The paper. Yeah, I forget to tell you. This is artist 140 pound. I like to paint on artist 140 pound paper. So I use my finger or just use a brush to do something like shrubs. Okay. All right. So very free. Okay. Very free. All right. So now the environment color and the Bighorn color kind of unique. It's not kind of So I lay down the foundation of colors. All right. Now, if I want my rock here lighter on the top, the rock lighter, I push down the colors, push down, make it into rock too later. Okay. All right.
Is that paper that you remove and then color with?
Oh, this is a paper towel.
Is that a tissue?
Yeah, tissue. Some paper towel. It's not tissue. Tissue sometimes too soft. Yeah. Okay. So all right now, yeah, I'm going to make the variation of colors by adding more darker value on the painting. Oh, come back.
I know.
This is like a magic. All right. So now I get a blue color. This is very soft, just from the tube. And then this, oh, by the way, you have a question, how come I say use 3 colors, but how do I have 3 kind of red color here? You know why? It's because sometimes when I paint different things, I use different red. For instance, if I want to paint purple grapes, then I use a quinacridone rose. So, but when I use one color from one red or one blue, I choose it to use it from beginning to the end. It won't change. Okay, like the purple, I just all the way purple. Okay, so now, so this is the same color and top, and then these 2 wells are the same color. How come this darker? Because this I save it for pure coloring. This one I save it for mixing. Okay, so this is much thicker colors. So have some variation of colors put on here. Okay, and then put some of them on the tree area. In order not when you do this dangerous, you know, so to spread on the sheep. So when you have 3 leaves on this painting, there's no much 3 leaves. But anyway, if you do three leaves, this can be the way to do 3 leaves. Actually, you can do like this smaller. Okay, right. So this looks like 3 leaves. All right. So a little bit on this side. So now you can see the variation of colors. Some darker, some lighter, to protect the Bighorn and then not to drop there. And then, you know. Okay. Some down here. So this is for the variation of colors. Okay. So if you do a very good job, you know, sometimes you can avoid getting onto the sheep. Right. So now I need a little bit more purple, so I just get more red. Okay, on the red rocks. Put some color here. So now you can see variation of colors. Okay. So, all right. So usually at this point I stop. So in my workshop, I stop and the next student do up to this point. And then I come back when the color dries more. I do a little bit more. Okay. So I let it dry. If I'm in a hurry, I use a hair dryer to dry it. But I'm not in a hurry today. So that's why I say 3 hours is the most time I have in the demo. All right. So I'm gonna now sometimes I tune up the painting like that at this point. Now there's more shrubs here, branches. And then let the color blend into each other. Or so the color drops, they kind of blending into each other. And now you can see kind of naturally formed rocks. So yeah, so like that. It keeps going down. Okay, it keeps going down. So now I'm going to leave. And you take some more color out of it. So mix the blue and the red. Okay. Here. You may be scared looking at that, okay? But this is has to be done. So I just changed the shape of the horn a little bit due to the colors around it. Okay. Before it dries, so this is the tree trunk. This is a tree trunk. Okay. I paint darker than in the picture. So you paint according to what you want to see. You don't paint what you see. There's an different, okay? What you see is, on the picture, but generally, you do not want to paint what you see. You paint what you want to see, yes?
So the white lines, is that wax?
Those are the masking,
The what?
the masking.
Oh,
Actually, I can use a negative painting to get it, but it's very long time to paint to do the negative painting to get that. Okay. All right. Here's my other picture. Oh, okay. Actually, instead of doing this one, the crown, I kind of like this one.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, this one's better. So now on this side here, still trying paint around the horns and the body, the ear here. Okay, so this is top of the horn. Okay.
Leon, what do you put your masking on with?
This is a good question, actually. What I use is the best tool is a tip of this. So you can make very thin lines like what I have. Those are thin lines. I use that. If you want to make a thick lines, use the flat area, and it does not cost you anything. When you buy a brush, it comes with it. So many people have many different ideas over the years. And the manufacturer try to come up with different things on that as well. But I still like these the best. So now the shape almost there. You can see that coming along, right? So this is actually called negative painting. You paint around. You paint around the object, you get the object. In this situation, I paint around the Bighorn, and I get the shape of that. Then I'm going to have more branches, but this point we are not doing that yet. How come this bottom is like this, not a straight line? It's because there are grasses in front of it. So on this side, on the top, we do the same thing.
I have a question.
Yes. Go ahead.
After you spray this paint,
Yeah.
how long do you have to wait to do big painting again? Have to wait to completely dry or have to dry or?
After you spray, you want the paper wet, so you don't want to wait for a long time. So you don't need to wait. Just do it.
Okay.
Okay. So now you can see the shape is getting its shape. Okay. All right. So so I'm going to leave the shape lighter, and then I have to paint around it darker. For instance, here. Then I want to paint a little faster. So you can see the whole shape of the bighorn. So the back with the this is all down here the ground. Now you can see the whole shape.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to paint the branches. Okay. All right. I'm going to paint this area somewhat like that. Big blue, not sleep red. Okay. So maybe start from here. Go this way. Texture. So get into the horn. Oops. It's okay. And here's the edge. Okay. Continue. A little bit more. Like that. On the top, I paint the background darker. Okay, so there's two ways of doing it. The background is darker, and the top of the trunk is lighter. Okay. On this area, drop a little bit more blue, yellow on that. Okay, so this is not the major focal point area. There are more branches. Okay, maybe this will do better job. Sometimes I make it up. Okay, let's put more here. I found this is interesting. Okay. All right.
So Lian, when you started, did you take workshops with people like Charles Reed and ones like that, or just start on your own and
I never take a workshop with Charles Lee.
with anybody?
Yeah, I hate to tell you, I didn't take a workshop on anybody.
You never did,
Yeah, I look at I bought their books, DVDs,
right?
and study from there. So I try to get their books and DVD, try to learn from the technique. And then once I feel I learned enough, I move on to another artist. Actually, Roland Lloyd Craft, I study him a lot.
Who?
Roland Lloyd Craft.
Roland,
Roland, he passed away already. he's among the color-coding people. Same as, similar to Nita Ingles. You know Nita Ingles? Okay. All right. So do a little bit darker here. So the background, that's enough right now. Okay. All right. So at this point, usually I start with the I start doing the animal. Okay. Okay. Let's put some glasses. Split my brush. If you have those frame brushes, it'll be easier. I try to split or dry brush. Okay. So my finger here, try to have the brush split it a little bit more.